Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, chef, staff, actually freaking service, bringing you guys another top 5 freaking matches, and this time we're doing the incredible greatest tag team champion of all time, Liv Morgan. I'm giving you guys my top 5 favorite Liv Morgan matches. It's going to be a hell of a freaking interesting roller coaster video. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to have some old videos, going to have some new videos, like new matches, should I say, not, yeah, new matches, old matches. I'm gonna give you guys my top 5 favorite Liv Morgan matches, so let's get freaking started. Alright, so the first match we're gonna talk about, my number one, like I said, I can't put in order, but I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4. But the first match we're gonna talk about, one of my top 5 favorite Liv matches, is the match at Bad Blood against Rhea Ripley. I know a lot of people didn't like that rivalry. I get it, you know, what the story was kind of lacking, but we had Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley with Dominic Mysterio hanging on in the shark cage, just hanging up there for the Women's World Championship. I get why people didn't like this match. I get it. I understand it. But the reason why I enjoyed it, because we got to see, I got to see a different side of Liv Morgan that not a lot of people have seen. Like, we saw some moves that we haven't seen Liv Morgan ever freaking do, and she did it against Rhea Ripley. That's how you know she has been getting better as a wrestler, as in-ring performance, out of the ring. Like, you can tell she's improved. If you go watch her old videos back then, you would know, but damn, she has worked her ass off. She's, like I said, 2024 was one of her best freaking years. She is a 4-time freaking women's tag team champion. She is the greatest champion of all time. But we don't like this match because, like I said, the height difference. Rhea's a bit taller. She's a bit stronger. And then we have Liv, who's a little smaller, not has the same muscles as Rhea, but she still found a way to, you know, come on top. See what I did there? Come on top and defeat Rhea. But with Raquel helped, but we're not talking about that. But like, she did moves that like people were shocked that she was doing. Like, she did a sunset flip outside the ring. She stepped on the steps and she just did the sunset flip, and then she did another move that should be her second finisher, other than the Oblivion. I don't know what the frig you call it, but she pretty much wrapped her whole body around and she just flipped you. I was not expecting that. Like, she brought in new moves, and I enjoyed that match. That match, like I said, I know a lot of people didn't like it because of the story, but again, the storytelling is not only about like the promos, it's also the storytelling inside the ring. Like, that's what people need to realize. And there was storytelling in that ring. You can tell like how much they just don't collide with each other. They just don't like each other. Yes, they used to be tag team partners, but like, they brought that into the story and brought that into ring. That's why I like the Bad Blood match. So yeah, I'm gonna give you my rest, my 4 other ones, in a second. So the second match we're going to talk about is the Elimination Chamber this year in 2025 in Toronto, Canada, which I went, but you know, it is what it is. But that is one of my second favorite matches of Liv Morgan. Like I said, Liv Morgan was already the greatest wrestler in 2024. She had the best wrestling of her career in 2024. She was female of the year in 2024. Like, she accomplished so much in 2024, but she continued the grind. In 2025, she started off as number 1 and made it to the end, and after Bianca defeated her. But like, the taunting she was doing, mocking, like, you know, Bianca, saying, oh, you know, you thought it was me, that I'm the one that attacked, you know, Jay, blah blah, you know. She was like taunting like Bianca, which I was about to say Becky. Wow, Bianca, that was so great work of her. But just the match in a whole, the thing she was doing, she put her whole body in, like the bruises she had after the match, the whip that freaking Bianca freaking gave her when she was on top of the freaking cage, that was disgusting. But you can tell Liv was busting her ass in that match. Like, I absolutely just enjoyed that match. She worked. She did so damn well. Even Triple H even like give her props on that match, because she put her whole body in the freaking line. Like, if you saw the picture, it was like her back was just absolutely just bruised, and like her stuff. That's how you know she's busting her freaking ass in the freaking ring. And that's like, again, that's another match I enjoyed, the Elimination Chamber match. Like, any Elimination Chamber match she's in, she always sells. Like, she always sells the show. Like, she always does so damn well. But I think this is like one of her best Elimination Chamber match I ever seen. Hopefully she gets in more Elimination Chamber matches, but like, this is by far one of my favorites. So yeah, like, it's I don't know how to explain it, but it, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. You know what I mean. Again, there were so many things, other moves that she did. I was like, what the frick is Liv Morgan doing? I've never seen her done this before, but it's absolutely freaking good. Let's go check that out. And we get to number 3. Match number 3 of my favorite matches of Liv Morgan. Alright, so match number 3, we of my favorite matches of Liv Morgan, my top 5 favorite matches of Liv Morgan. Again, minus Dominic Mysterio turning freaking heel on double freaking heel and betraying Rhea, which kind of broke my heart. But it was the SummerSlam match, Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship. This is when Rhea came back from injury, when she injured her shoulder, and she came back and she faces Liv for the Women's World Championship. Like I said, minus the Dominic Mysterio heel turn. We're not talking about freaking Dom freaking turning. Just talking about this match. Again, this is the first match that, again, a lot of people was like, oh no, you know, the storyline, Rhea's gonna win, all these things, like, oh my god, Rhea's gonna win. But again, Liv played the mind games. Also, Rhea played the mind games as well. But again, there's some moves that like Liv did that people weren't not expecting, which I actually love. Again, it's not all about just the storytelling about like how the match, the rivalry, how it happens. The storytelling happens inside the ring. And like I said this about the Bad Blood one. There was storytelling. You can tell the heat. You can feel like the tension between these two. You know they don't like each other, and the way that they performed in the ring, that's what people love. Like I said, that's what people enjoyed about wrestling, is that also about the story inside. And I don't remember, there was a move that she did, I don't remember, it was a move that she did that I was like, oh my god, I was not expecting her to do it, and it shocked me in a way. Like, she had some things up her sleeve. She knew what she was doing, which again, that's what people like love about these like certain wrestlers. Like, it's always about the growth. Like, every single match, there's always something different about them. Something growing. There's always like a new move, or the style they have, like in the ring or outside the ring, or like during promos kind of thing. But there was a lot of moves that Liv Morgan did in this match, which I loved. And it kind of made me grow on Liv a bit more, and made me feel like, oh, I can see being a true superstar down the line, which I'll mention in these other videos, the other pictures I have. But like, she did her. It was a phenomenal match. She put everything on the line. That's like, it was a good freaking match, and I enjoyed it. And I'll give you guys my number 4. We got 2 more to go, so number 4 is coming up next. Alright, number 4 of my top 5 favorite Liv Morgan matches, we have the Money in the Bank 2022 ladder match when Liv Morgan won the Money in the Bank. I enjoy this match. I know a lot of people, I think, weren't expecting Liv to win. I wasn't expecting Liv to win. I thought it was going to be like Alexa Bliss at some point. I thought it was going to be Asuka at some point. I thought it was going to be freaking... I thought Becky Lynch was going to win this, to be honest with you. Either Becky or Alexa Bliss. But when Liv Morgan won, I freaked the freak out. Because again, this is like way back in 2022. So she's still kind of like improving, trying to get better. But still, she put her body on the line. You know that she wanted this so freaking bad. But that's not like what also like made me enjoy this match is when after she won that briefcase, she decided to cash in that briefcase the same night to become the SmackDown Women's Champion. She cashed in on Ronda Rousey when she just finished a incredible match. I don't remember who it was. Let me know in the comments below. But Ronda Rousey was bruised up. Her leg was freaking banged up. Liv Morgan's like, nah, I'm cashing it in. When I saw that, I freaked the frick out. I was like, holy crap, this is happening. She's cashing in the briefcase. She just won like not too long ago, and now she's cashing in. I was freaking the frick out. I thought she was gonna lose. I was like, holy crap, don't let her lose, but she ended up winning that match, which was actually incredible, and she ended up holding that title for a little bit. That's how you know how freaking dedicated Liv Morgan is. That's how you know how good she is. But again, that was like early in her days. Like, she wasn't the top girl at that time. She was still like the mid card kind of character. But like I said, I mentioned the, you know, bad blood when she faced against Rhea. But like, you can tell like from where she is now and before, you can tell she has improved. She has gotten better. She has been working her ass off, and that's why I love. That's why I love. And people don't acknowledge Liv Morgan as much, and I feel like they need to, like I said, go back, watch this Money in the Bank match. Like I'm telling you, go watch her matches back then, like 2022. Watch Money Bank, and then come back and watch her matches now. You're gonna realize how much she's improved, how much she has improved since she debuted and since where she is now. Because like I said, back then she was never the face, ever. They never seen her as the face of the company. But look at her now. She had her best career in 2024, and she's a four-time, like I said, I mentioned that already before. She's a four-time women's tag team freaking champion. So like I said, this is one of my favorite matches. One of my top 5 favorite matches from Liv Morgan, when she won the Money in the Bank and she cashed on Ronda Rousey, and that blew up her legacy, got even better as the year went. And yeah, I'm going to get to the final freaking match of my top 5 favorite Liv Morgan matches. So what do you think it's going to be? Let me know. You guys, I won't say let me know, because you're going to find out right after this. So stay tuned. Alright, last but not least, my number 5 for the favorite matches of Liv Morgan is WrestleMania 38, when she was in a women's tag team match for the Women's Tag Team Championship. It was Liv for Brutality, was Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley versus Selena Vega, Queen Selena Vega, should I say, Carmella, who was the Women's Tag Team Champion, versus Sasha Banks and Naomi versus Natalya and Shayna Baszler, all in a match. I'm gonna say this: the entrance for every single freaking female wrestlers in there, beautiful. Freaking Sasha Banks coming in a freaking Lambo, whoo, fire. But for the fact that Liv and Rhea lost their gear or didn't get their gear, so they had to go to I believe they said they had to go to a sex shop to go find their outfits, and they got a freaking Catwoman and Batman outfit. That was not expecting that. But overall, the match was so freaking damn freaking good. There was one spot that got me like, holy fucking shit. It was, I don't remember who was on both ends, but like there was 3 people on one end, 3 people on the other end, and they're about to do like a suplex, a super suplex, or a suplex, should I say? And then Liv and Rhea both go on both ends, and they slam off on it. And it was called a super suplex. That was freaking absolutely just mind blowing. That match was so good. Liv and Rhea did an amazing job. Liv did an amazing job in that match. It was one of my favorite freaking matches. That match was so freaking entertaining to watch. I was kind of sad, you know, that they didn't win the Women's Tag Team Championship. They never won a Tag Team Championship. They could have, but you know, it is what it is. One of my favorite women factions, You know, Liv for Brutality will always be my heart. I'm always gonna be a Liv for Brutality fan forever. It doesn't matter if they're not, you know, a tag team. They're always gonna be a Liv. I'm always gonna be a Liv for Brutality lover forever. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me that anyone in the ICW is not a Liv for Brutality lover. If you're not, I recommend you to go watch this match. Go watch this match, and you will probably fall in love with Liv for Brutality. Or you don't even need to watch this match. Go watch their freaking backstage freaking segment from the good interviews. They were just so freaking so adorable, like as a tag team. But enough of me, like, you know, hyping Liv and Rhea together as a team. But I'm just saying this match is one of my favorite Liv matches. It was also one of my favorite Rhea matches. But again, one of my favorite Liv matches because she pretty much proved to everyone that she can be the top superstar in the WWE. She's not the greatest tag team. She's not the greatest tag team champion of all time, as she would say, because she, like I said, she's a four-time women's tag team champion. Not only that, she is also a two-time women's world champion. Like, she accomplished so much in 2024. And like I said, you may hate my top 5 matches. I know there's other matches. She had matches like with Bianca and Jade and Io, but yes, those matches were great. They're in my top 10. Don't get me wrong, but they're not in my top 5. If I went to go watch it back, then probably I'll change it. But as for now, before those matches even happened, these are my top 5. So hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like. Let me know what you guys think of my top 5s of Liv Morgan's. Let me know who want me to do next. But yeah, so yeah, WrestleMania 38. If you haven't watched it, if you haven't watched the women's tag team match, I go recommend you go watch it. But anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.